What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Today, Kanye West held his Yeezy Season 3 event at Madison Square Garden, and he kind of doubled it as a listening session for his upcoming album, The Life of Pablo. This video is merely just my thoughts on the event as I watched it on Tidal and of the album. Not a full review of the album, just a couple key observations I had listening to it for the first time. And first off, I want to talk about the whole Yeezy Season 3. Like, the set was basically a bunch of models, and they were all standing around the whole time. There was nothing spectacular about it. I think it was cool visually, but looking at it the entire event would have been kind of exhausting. I mean, you're just kind of seeing the same stuff over and over again. And I get it from like a marketing standpoint. You know, people, if you look at it and you see it, you might be like, oh, I want to get that, something of that nature. There was Naomi Campbell, Ian Connor, and Young Thug. They were a couple of the models for the clothing line, and Young Thug probably had the most memeable appearance. Like, you can see right here the little meme. And getting into the album, some of the features on it that I heard was The Weeknd, The Dream, Ty Dolla $ign, Post Malone, Rihanna, and there was more. And one of the ones that I really wanted to highlight was Frank Ocean. Now, Frank Ocean is on the outro of Wolves. He doesn't have a huge part, but he has enough of a presence to where you're appreciative of it. I definitely want to listen to it again and hear it. I know a lot of people were waiting on Wolves for the last year, and I think either people are going to really enjoy it or they're going to really hate it. And I say that they might hate it because Vic Mensa and Sia, who were originally on the song, have been removed. There's no word on that, but obviously it's not enough to affect anything because Vic Mensa was at the event along with Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean actually came out and you could see him in the crowd during the thing. 2 Chainz was there, Pusha T was there, 50 Cent came out, obviously the Kardashian family, a bunch of people showed up, A$AP Rocky as well. I think the structure of the album kind of reminds me of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in a sense. Like, the guest features, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy had a number of guest features, and I don't know. That's what I just thought about. Like, maybe I'd have to listen to it more, but upon like that first listen, it just kind of feels like that structure. Not saying like content or concept wise, but maybe it was just the guest features that kind of made me feel that way. Cause you know there was all these random guest features here and there, little parts, and then bigger parts, whatever. I don't know. That's one of the things I was talking about. I think out of all the songs that I heard, again, off of my first listen, I think Fade has the most single potential if Kanye decides to go to radio with the album. As soon as the beat hit, and he waited until after he played the whole album to go into Fade. So I wonder if that kind of like hinted at something, because when you look at the track listing that he posted, Fade is not the last song, Wolves is. But he played Wolves, and then after that, he talked, and then he played Fade. And as soon as the beat hit, it's very groovy. It's a record that you can like dance to. I think clubs would like it a lot. And it has Ty Dolla $ign and Post Malone, and I'm not really a fan of Post Malone at all. So I'm kind of disappointed in his involvement on the song. But again, maybe I'll have a different opinion after, and I don't have to. And I don't, excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold. Yeah, but I'm not a big Post Malone fan. But again, maybe his part is a lot better than I expected when I hear it. Chance the Rapper's verse on Ultra Light Beams, it is definitely my early favorite for verse on the album, and I say that as not a Chance the Rapper fan. I'm not, I've never liked him, because I don't like his music. I just can't get past his voice. I know maybe some people will think that's childish or whatever. I don't know. But I can honestly say he really bodied the verse that he had on Ultra Light Beams, and I think it was the standout guest feature, excluding the singers like Frank Ocean and The Weeknd. And then there was an announcement that Brooklyn rapper Designer, who created the Panda song, if you've been online, you probably heard it. It has over 2 million plays so far, and I'm sure it's only gonna get bigger. But Kanye made the announcement that he signed to Good Music, and one of my things I was thinking about, like, I Googled him to see what was out there. He has 2 songs, literally 2 songs, and a guest feature on his SoundCloud. So I was kind of confused. And when I'm watching this, he's on the album to some degree. It's kind of confusing. It sounded like it was Panda playing during the album. So I don't know if that actually is on the album or what or how. I don't know. Like I said, it's confusing, so I didn't really want to explain it. But I'm kind of just like confused as to how he got signed. Like, he only has 2 million plays on his one single that's, buzzing right now. So I'm kind of wondering if, like, he's an industry plan or what the deal with him is. But when, like, going back to what I was saying, when his part was playing on the album, I seen a lot of people tweeting like, "Oh, Future's on the album! Oh my God!" But it's not Future. Again, and I don't know. Maybe Future is on the album to some degree, but the part that people were saying was Future was actually Designer, and that's not a good look. You don't want to sound like somebody else. And when you listen to Panda, you get that Future vibe, and I don't know. I can't judge him fully, but he's not off to a good start in my opinion. I definitely want to hear more, and hopefully he'll sound better. He'll have his own sound eventually. I don't know, but those were just some observations I had from the event and the album. Once the album comes out, I'll do a full review on it, and I would love to know your thoughts. If you watch the event, if you listen to the album for the first time, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at Sermons Domain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.